What's up, y'all? You kicking it with the Junkyard Dog on junkyarddogs.com. My name is Tony, for those of you who don't know. So check it out, it's been a few months since I did a video. We back at it, Saturday night, you know what I mean? I'm here at the shop, about to grind out on Mayhem a little bit. I've been fiddling around with the water meth system and a couple little other details. So in this video, I'm just gonna continue where I left off, man. I mean, there's nothing else I can do other than that. I managed to kind of, rustle up some cash, get some parts that I need for the build. That's pretty much it. So I'm excited about today. So spark plug wires, I'm gonna do some custom ones. I have some old MSD wires from a custom job that I did a couple years ago, and I kept the wires, and I was like, one day I'm gonna use these. I ordered some 90-degree boots from Amazon. I'm gonna marry them to some LS coil plug ends. I'm also gonna show you guys the water meth system. It's like how I have it set up so far. I got the tank and the lines and the filter and then the pump, but I gotta figure out the details of how I'm gonna run it, how it's gonna look, and how I'm gonna actually keep it nice and neat. The only other thing that has really been troubling me, and maybe if you guys have any ideas about it, that would be cool, trying to figure out how to get the gas pedal to open both throttle bodies at the same time. Now I got a couple ideas that I've been kind of mulling around with, but I don't know if they're gonna work or not, but there's only one way to find out, right? All right, so let's quit all this jaw jacking and let's get to it, all right? This is the wires that I had laying around. So these are the LS wires that I had. So the end that we need off of these is this end. This is the side that goes to the coil. If you see in these, there's a little white insulator on the inside, okay? And that goes to the coil, the LS coil, just like that, all right? Now, I tried to do one. This was a wire married with the 45-degree, which actually works a lot better because it keeps the wire away from the head and away from the header, which I like better than the 90-degree ones that I got. Yeah, these are, so an MSD sends you the custom wire set. They send them really, really long. Yeah, these are from the MSD setup. So when I'm looking here, the wires are way thicker. So the way that I managed to get the LS coil wire off was I cut it and then drilled out the old wire and then used these expanding pliers here to reopen the connector. And then MSD sends this little tool that you would use to recrimp the wire. So you put the wire in there and it has like a little metal area in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. But that's what you use. Put the wire in like this. You put it in a vise. It's got these little lips here. You put it in the vise and then squeeze it, and then it does it. Now they have like these pliers that will do it too, but I don't find those entirely necessary to do this job. Got the MSD wire here. This is the Mustang 45-degree boot. It actually works better than the 90. So I got these 90s kind of for nothing, but not really, because if I ever do a GT40P cylinder head swap, this $8 pack will save me just by changing the ends on my spark plug wires so that it'll work with GT40P heads. A lot of people don't know that that's all you got to do to get the wires to work with the Mac or BBK headers. Yeah, P's are better heads, guys, than GT40s, just so you know. Anyway, so I used these needle nose and I pulled the connector out. This is the spark plug connector, right? And then I noticed that it was kind of semi-crimped a little bit. So we use the expanding pliers. I'm gonna kind of creep in there and try to open it up. Just a little bit. Little by little. And the screwdriver kind of get in there too. So basically you're just kind of reopening the connectors, and then you use the needle nose to kind of flatten it back out again. Takes a little bit of force, but then you can get them back open again. Yeah. Okay. Almost like when it was new at the factory. See? See? Reopened, right? Boom. Okay. Now we got this tool. So the tool has this little thing that bends over, or that bends or crimps it. See how it's got like a little M shape at the top there? So you see the MSD wire is in place there in the tool, and then you kind of place it just like that. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna go over to the vise and basically squeeze with the vise, and squeezes down and then crimps it, and we're good to go. Got the tool set up, and you put it in like that. The two lips on top, and you just squeeze. Give it a good, don't over tighten it because the tool only goes so far, you know? Okay. Squeezed in. All right. So let's go back and put the 45-degree boot on. So what I'm gonna do is put a little bit of dielectric grease on here to stop corrosion, and it'll help it slip on a lot easier. All right, let's go. So we're gonna use some of this dielectric grease from our good buddies over there at Permatex to make assembly a lot easier. Bathe it down with a little bit of grease here to help it slide through. And then put a little by the nozzle here, I mean by the opening, as it's going through. Boom, boom. And then like when you use the grease, it's kind of hard to hold it, so you want to take like a rag and use it to kind of grip. Yep. So it's a little bigger of a wire. So we got the Mustang side finished. This is the 45-degree MSD. So now we got to marry it to one of these. This is the challenging part, okay? Because it's got this white insulator here on the inside. You got to take it out. See? You got to throw it together. So let's make sure we get the proper length too. Since this is a rat. Boom. That's the length right there, so we need it right there. I'm gonna give it a little extra just in case. Boom. Okay. And then so what I did now is to get it out, to get the old connector out, is I cut the wire like that. And then I held it with some vice grips, not tight, just enough to just kind of hold it in place. And then I used the drill with the drill bit and then just drill it out. It's open again, you see it? All right, cool. Kind of have it off to the side like this, so we're gonna go ahead and push it in there, just like that. Same deal, but this is a lot smaller. All right, so there you have it. The Mustang wire married to the LS wire. Boom, so there it is. All right, so that's what we were trying to achieve, is just make one of these. Now, don't get it twisted, guys. To be honest, it's probably easier to just buy these. I think the set is like 26 bucks for the amount of time that I'm spending, but I have this stuff sitting in the shop already, so I was like, you know what? I got more time than money right now, so yeah, so I'm going through it. But to be honest, like I said, this is not one of those like time-saving things to do. It's really time-consuming. So I'm gonna try to do as many as I can tonight, and then continue on to the next thing, and then I'll show you guys what I've been doing with the water mess stuff. All right, so there it is. My custom wires. And I need 2 more donor wires for from a Mustang, and 2 more from a LS, because I ran out of parts that I needed. Well, yeah, that's how it's gonna go. But yeah, so what I was talking about, guys, let's go in here. One thing that I actually want to work on within this week here is I'm gonna make a plate right here to mount the e-brake, the hydro e-brake, and I'm gonna run the line, the e-brake line, down through here and then down the tunnel. I'm still on the fence on whether or not I should do that, because maybe it'd be safer to leave it on the inside because of the drive shaft, just in case the drive shaft does something funky. I'm gonna fabricate a drive shaft safety loop just in case. But see, we got the water meth tank here with a quick connect, 1/4 inch quick connect coming out the back, and then it goes into this filter. This filter here is 40 micron, I think, filter, so to keep all the crap from getting into the pump. And then I got these angles here, these quick connect, that go to this pump. And this is specifically a water meth pump that I bought off eBay for $35. And what's crazy with this is it has a very strange way of being mounted. Like, it only has 2 little bolts on the bottom, and I would imagine, you know, me sloshing back and forth, it would eventually just break loose. So I gotta figure out a better way to hold that. But anyway, the line that comes out, this line here, will eventually just go straight up the tunnel, I mean straight up this area right here. I'll probably put it together with the brake line just to kind of keep them together, make it look neat, and it's gonna go straight off into the back of the intake. So that is gonna go either to the back of the intake, or what I was told by my man Steve. Steve is the guy who's doing the tuning. See, I got the dash in. Alright. I had to bend down the tabs and I made it work. But my man Steve was saying, instead of putting it in the back of the intake, to actually put it through the superchargers, because it will help with sealing and cool the superchargers down. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing, man. So that's it. I was messing with the wires and got 4 of them done. I actually ran out of parts. I'm missing the isolators, I guess that's what I call them, isolators here for the coil side of the spark plug wires. So I'm gonna go to the yard and pull 2 from some LS's, and then also too, the other wires from the Mustangs are 90-degree boots, which I didn't want. I wanted all to be 45. Yeah, so I'll be on the lookout for some 45-degree spark plug boots, and we're gonna go ahead and continue the water method. I just showed you the water meth setup. The next episode, I'm most likely gonna end up mounting the water meth pump and wiring it in. So from what I understand, with the Mega Squirt, because that's what I'm using, there is a method of making it to where the pressure increases as the RPMs go up with I think it's called a PWM, pulse width modulator or something like that, on the Mega Squirt. I gotta ask my buddy about it, but yeah, man, that computer is nuts. So apparently you can like make it to where it'll spray more as I'm like revving it, you know, and at idle it'll just kind of tone it down a little bit. Yeah, and then also to create that plate in the middle. I really wish I had thought about creating that plate before I had bedlined the whole inside of the car, but it's cool. I mean, you know, I figured I'd maybe add some flavor and make it a different color or something. Maybe make it copper like the roll cage and the wheels. It'd give me an opportunity to add some flair up in there, you know? So, yeah, man, that's it. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me, man. I appreciate it. Dude, it's been a rough road, but hey, I got a 4x4. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time, man. All right, thank you for checking me out. Junkyard Dogging. Woo!